Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. It's a new week. We are happy to welcome you to our show titled Speak of Africa. We have another great show for you today. What are the issues? Well, our issues remain the same. We are concerned with the predicament of Africans. The world is changing. We don't like it, but we'll have to deal with change. How are Africans dealing with change? There is a duel between China and the United States of America. There's a duel for global supremacy. They are scrambling to emerge. So when you hear about Trump tariffs, which we've been talking to you all this time on our show, they are really drowning the key message that you should know. Why? America is losing its position as the world preeminent leader. And a lot of Americans don't like it because America is declining. The decline may be slow, but already we see that America is declining as a superpower. China is already emerging as the preeminent economic superpower in the world. America doesn't like this. So America is looking for ways to slow down the rise of China, which is why when you see Trump is not a fool. Trump is a very clever politician. He's looking for ways to slow down the growth of China because he knows that if China emerges as the number one superpower, America will become number two. America does not want to be relegated to the position of number two. America wants to remain number one, the way it has been now for over a century. We talk about the American century. After the Second World War, America emerged as the preeminent superpower, and America has never looked back. But the truth is, America is on the decline. The decline may be slow. Already, when you have the type of people that are in the United States, you look at the leaders, they should be worried. Instead of doing things to slow down China, do things to make America great again. America will not be great again if you using the tactics of the 1950s. That's all time. You have to reinvent. America has to do better things to remain number one. You cannot use the strategies that you used during the 1950s. No, they're not going to work. As America is doing this, what about Africans? We want Africans also to emerge. We want Africa to emerge. How can this happen when we have leaders who are puppets of the colonial masters? We want leaders who are nationalists, leaders who are patriotic. This week, that's what we're going to talk to you about. There is a challenge to puppet leaders. When puppet leaders like William Ruto of Kenya, when they see somebody like Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, they are threatened because Ibrahim Traore represents what they are not. A young, dynamic leader who cares about his people, who wants to change the life of his people for the better. That's what we need to do. Otherwise, our people will continue dying in the Mediterranean. Even this week, people send us stories about Africans who were deported from Algeria. So many of them. Just the month of April alone, so many Africans have been deported from Algeria. Why? They are looking for greener pastures. They want to go to Europe to seek a better life because they can't find a better life at home. This must stop. And we've been saying this every week on this show. This must stop. We have some ideas we want to propose to you, young Africans. Instead of traveling abroad, you can also improve yourself by becoming a world citizen. Acquire the skills you need so that you can work everywhere, anywhere in the world too. Okay? So we start our show by looking at this dichotomy. Nationalists and patriotic leaders on one side. The patriotic leaders, like most of these new guys who emerge in the Sahel, like Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta of Mali, Abdurrahman Tiani of Niger. Then, of course, a new lady has just joined the rank of patriotic nationalist leaders, and this is Mrs. Nutembo of Namibia. Sam Nujuma just died not too long ago, so now Namibia has a new president, a female. We like what she says. She's revolutionary. She's already challenging Donald Trump and telling Americans to get visas before they can come to their country. And they are ready also to deport Americans from Namibia. And you know, Namibia played a critical role before they gained their independence. Their main party, like SWAPO, they work very hard. So this lady now, Mrs. Nuntembo, she wants to create a system where there's free education in her country by 2026. We think this is commendable. Free education is vital. It will change the mindset, the population. It will give them better skills. By contrast, we have the Enora lady in Tanzania. We don't like what is happening in Tanzania. Miss Hassan, instead of following the footsteps of John Magufuli, she's playing the tape of the colonialists. She will not even let the opposition run for office because she wants to stay in power forever. This is not what we want. The people are clamoring for change. So Mrs. Hassan of Tanzania is the wrong leader. She's a colonial puppet leader, unlike Ms. Nutembo of Namibia. So this is like a foil. We're comparing two things side by side. The young people want Mrs. Nutembo of Namibia, but they don't want Ms. Hassan because she represents the past. The young people want Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso because he represents the future. This week, we came across a lot of information talking about coup plots. There's always a plot against Ibrahim Traoré. There are so many. We even watch a video of a narration. They show us Alexandre Morel, a French agent, was trying to kill Ibrahim Traoré using tea, a cup of tea. Fortunately, Ibrahim Traoré did not drink this tea. That's what saved his life. Before he was to have the meeting, somebody tipped him that, oh, that tea that they're going to give you, don't drink it. There's something in it. Ibrahim Traoré did not drink it, only to discover that the guy behind the plot is Alexandre Morel, a French agent, So France is always behind. If France is not using Ivory Coast, in Ivory Coast you still have Alassane Ouattara, a French agent. Alassane Ouattara has been there for more than 3 terms. He doesn't want to go. He will tell you, I want somebody else to run for president, but it's just a ploy. He will kill the person, then he himself will come back and be president. So we're not taking Alassane Ouattara seriously. He is also one of the guys who is being used to overthrow Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso. Then we give you Cameroon. In Cameroon, there's a lot happening. But the major story we're going to talk about when we get to Cameroon now is Eric Tato. Ambazonian problem. The Ambazonian problem remains. We've been telling you that. Some people are telling you the Ambazonian revolution has ended. We said it has not ended. Things are still going on. The guys on the ground, they used to call them Amber Boys, they are still active. Sometimes they take their time before they launch an attack, but they are still trying to get their freedom. They still want to liberate their country. Paul Biya is senile and old. Elections are coming up, and he's a candidate, and he's talking as if he's an opposition candidate. I want to change Cameroon when I become president next time. After more than 40 years, why did you not change Cameroon? So that's what the senile guy is telling people. He has not changed Cameroon, but now he wants to change Cameroon. So what a joke. But the story we have to tell you now is Eric Tato, who is with the US government. This week there was an indictment, on Friday actually. When we look at this indictment, we see it as if it's politically motivated. An indictment is not a conviction. I'm not a lawyer, but I know the distinction between the terms. When some people hear indictment, they think Eric Tato has been convicted. No. He has to go through due process. I think this case is going to open the eyes of Americans to the problem in Ambazonia. Americans, the average American is going to know what the real issues are. For so long, people have just been telling stories. You can accuse Eric Tato of terrorism, but this story is going to be bigger than just blaming Eric Tato, because Eric Tato is just one person. He has the right to express himself, but don't condemn him. He's not been convicted. He's been indicted by the U.S. Department of Justice, but he has not been convicted. So don't mistake those two terms. But we think, just like the case of Dr. Cho Ayaba Lucas, the case of Eric Tato is going to lay threadbare the hypocrisy of the government of Paul Biya. If you guys are accusing Eric Tato of terrorism, what has the government of Paul Biya been doing after all these years? Since 2016 at least. I don't want to go further. Since 2016, when the guys in Ambassador declared their freedom, the restoration of their independence, what has the Paul Biya government been doing? They have been terrorizing the population. Not only the guys they call the Amber Boys, they just pick any young person, they turn him into an Amber Boy. They just tag him with the name Amber Boy, and they kill him summarily. No justice, no due process. So, who is a terrorist? Is it Eric Tato or is it the Paul Biya government's lackeys, those B guys who are sent to southern Cameroon to go and kill people? Who is the real terrorist? Tell me. Well, most people think that Biya's people are the real terrorists because they are the ones killing people in Ambazonia every day. So the Eric Tato indictment is going to open the eyes of your average American. They will understand the hypocrisy of their government in trying to incriminate Eric Tato. Okay? Now, Biya wants to run again for president. But already the security situation in Cameroon is deteriorating. Just like in Tanzania, Biya is making it impossible for opposition to run. Kamto Maurice, who is running, they're making life difficult for him. So if you're an opposition candidate, the Biya lackeys make life difficult for you. Then eventually they will tell you, oh, Biya has won the election. No, it is a rigged election. It is an election that is fixed, that is corrupt. It's a sham election, which is what we're trying to make you understand. It's a sham election, just like what has just taken place in Gabon. You just heard that Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema has won the presidency, right? That's another sham election. It has the veneering of a real election, but it's a sham election because the strong man is the only guy who could campaign. He's the only guy with the resources. So why would he not win a lopsided victory of 92 point something %? That's what happens in these banana republics. Brice Oligui, unlike Ibrahim Traoré, is a French puppet. He's telling you that, oh no, it's okay to be a French puppet. That's the message of his campaign. Je ne chasse personne. I'm not sending away anybody. While Ibrahim Traoré is sending away the French and taking over the minds of his country for the benefit of his citizens, Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema is welcoming the French. Oh, the French folks, you can stay. You can continue sharing the resources with us. You can take the lion's share. We don't care. That's what Brice Oligui Nguema is saying. So is this a revolutionary? He's not a revolutionary. He is the continuation of French colonialism in Gabon. Léon Mba started it all. He did not want Gabon to be free. So even Brice, who is the new leader of Gabon, he doesn't want Gabon to be free. So he wants Gabon to remain under French tutelage. Okay? Next, we take you to Congo DRC. In Congo DRC, we also have the lack of a revolutionary, patriotic leader like Patrice Lumumba. He's not there. Félix Tshisekedi was handpicked by Joseph Kabila. We predicted that this friendship is not going to last. Joseph Kabila decided to bring Félix Tshisekedi thinking that he will still be controlling the strings from behind the scenes using the National Assembly. Félix Tshisekedi was very smart. It didn't take long. He got rid of all the Kabila loyalists in the system and replaced them with his own lackeys. That's how he was able to win elections, another sham election that he organized. A very rigged election in Congo DRC. So he won. But Kabila now is challenging him. Kabila had the ace card because he controls the military. He said, okay, Joseph Kabila is a strong man. I, Joseph Kabila, I have ties in the military. I'm going to use Corneille Nangaa, who used to be the guy in charge of the election. He's going to take over Goma and Bukavu. Felix Tshisekedi doesn't have military power. The army is weak. We have the army in our hands. That's what's going to happen. Take over Bukavu, take over the big town, Goma. And what is Felix Tshisekedi going to do? Now, Felix Tshisekedi is on his knees. He wants peace. America has stepped in as the Deus Ex Machina. Back in literature, the Deus Ex Machina was like a machine. Whenever there was a problem among humans, God would descend in the form of a machine to solve a human problem. So Donald Trump now has descended like a Deus Ex Machina to solve the problem in the Congo, the lack of peace. In return, America is going to invest in the mineral sector in Congo DRC, and America is also going to invest in Rwanda. So that's how America is going to police that area so that America can get all the resources they want. Is this good for Africans? We don't think so. But because Africans are foolish, America will take advantage of them. Even young Africans know that that's not a good deal. But America told you, Marco Rubio brought the warring parties to Washington to prepare to sign an accord. And he's holding a gun to their head. So you must sign. If you don't sign, I kill you. So Paul Kagame now is afraid of sanctions, is afraid of American action. He's willing to sign the deal. Felix Tshisekedi also is afraid. He knows that he may be overthrown without the assistance of the United States. So he too is willing to sign the deal. You see that? So that's why we pray for leaders like Assimi Goïta in Mali. The jihadist activity continues, but these are leaders who care about their people, who want change. So Africa is torn between these two types of leaders. The patriotic nationalist leaders on one hand, like Assimi Goïta in Mali, versus the puppets like Brice Oligui Nguema in Gabon. Then you have another puppet, even in Guinea, Mamadi Doumbouya. That's another French puppet. Okay? Then what about Niger?
Tired of waiting in long lines at the emergency room or your doctor's office? You should be. Why wait in long lines for care? It's time for you to come to Lucille Urgent Care. Real care, no waiting. Lucille Urgent Care, the best place for true and loving care. Service at Lucille Urgent Care is convenient, fast, time efficient, affordable, accessible, transparent, and cost effective. Real treatment is your right. Indeed, it's not just a privilege or pejorative. Skip the emergency room's long lines, kiss the ER goodbye, say farewell to your old doctor's office, pay less, save time, enjoy the excitement of convenience, receive immediate treatment, get the healthcare you need quickly and affordably. Lucille Urgent Care offers many express services: rapid COVID-19 testing, on-site prescription, preventative lab services, imaging and x-rays, urgent medical treatment for common illnesses and injuries, routine vaccines and flu shots, work-related injury services, pre-employment, occupational, annual, and sports physicals, immigration exams, and much more. Same-day treatment, rapid lab results, extended hours, weekend hours, no appointment necessary, no insurance necessary, no doctor necessary, walk-ins accepted, telemedicine available. We are open 7 days a week with evening and weekend hours. We are located in Maryland, Lucille Urgent Care, 903 Half York Road, Towson, Maryland, 21204. Website, lucilleuc.com. Call at 443-275-1286 or 301-593-4897.
Niger too gives us a revolutionary leader, Abdourahmane Tiani, General Abdourahmane Tiani. This week, he announced that he was severing ties with the Francophonie. Francophonie is a group that helps to assimilate Africans so that they become French or they become pro-French. General Tiani has decided to pull his country out of the Francophonie. The Francophonie is just like the British Commonwealth. That's the way I can compare it so you can understand. So General Tiani has taken Niger out of the Francophonie. And this is because he wants to stop this continuous acceleration of indoctrination of people to think like they are French people. To think that, oh, the French language is pure. I may not be able to speak an African language. So long as I can speak French, I'm better off. We're going to change that mentality. And that's what the coup in Niger is doing. What about Nigeria? Well, Nigeria also has a problem. We have a leader you call Bola Tinubu. He was not really elected. They organized a sham election. Imagine, this guy never even campaigned, never told anybody during campaign that this is what I'm going to do for the country. But he just bribed elected officials to give him their votes. So that's how he was able to vanquish good candidates like Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Already, Bola Tinubu is planning for re-election. You ask yourself, what is he doing now that he's been elected? Just stealing the money and sharing it with people who support him. So he doesn't have any agenda for the country. People are complaining about the misplacement of priorities. He's not doing anything to help the country, yet he still wants to be president for more years. That's the tragedy of Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that is gifted. The world has seen the talent that comes out of Nigeria. You have brains in Nigeria. What you don't have in Nigeria is good leadership. Showore Omoyele and other critics have said it so many times. Adiola Fayehun has also spoken about this. You've watched our show. Nigeria is a talented country. What is wrong with Nigeria is bad leadership, the paucity of good leadership. That's the problem. Otherwise, Nigeria will be able to emerge as the greatest country in Africa. But Bola Tinubu is spending time trying to turn Nigeria into a one-party state. He wants everybody to come to APC. Even Peter Obi, who is in the Labour Party, they are cutting him already. They want him to leave and come to APC. Already, those who have fallen prey to this dragnet are most of those guys who are governors. Bola Tinubu is already bribing them, so all of them want to come to APC so that they can guarantee a win for Bola Tinubu in the next election. But the agenda to develop Nigeria is not there. That's somebody else's agenda. Let us look at what is happening in Tanzania. Miss Nintembo, a lady, she's calm, she's a revolutionary, like Burkina Faso's Ibrahim Traoré. That's what we like. Then what about South Africa?
At AUK Tax Service, we understand taxes can be overwhelming. That's why we've been serving taxpayers and tax preparers nationwide since 1986. Why wait for your money? We guarantee fair and accurate tax returns with experienced professionals you can trust. We offer a range of services, including accounting, bookkeeping, and recording, payroll, insurance, and real estate, corporate and individual income tax preparation, tax planning and preparation. Are you a tax preparer or entrepreneur looking to boost your income? Partner with AUK Tax Service for a free, fast, and easy way to grow your business. AUK Tax Service is the ideal partner for check cashing stores, travel agencies, realtors, loan officers, and grocery stores. Facing IRS tax problems? Let AUK Tax Service provide expert assistance to resolve any issues quickly and efficiently. With over 3 decades of experience, AUK Tax Service has been trusted by clients nationwide. We're committed to delivering exceptional service and ensuring bigger refunds. We make tax preparation seamless for businesses like yours. Don't wait, get your fair share with AUK Tax Service. Contact us today and let us handle your taxes with care. Learn more at www.auktax.com. Visit one of our convenient office locations or call us today. Our offices are located in Maryland and Virginia. AUK Tax Service. Bigger refunds. Better service.
Well, South Africa has made some rapprochement with Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine. You guys know that South Africa supports Russia, right? But Ukraine has realized that they need friends, especially when African countries did not really support Ukraine at the UN. Ukraine learned a bitter lesson that, oh, the African vote counts. So now Ukraine is trying to use the grain politics to start winning friends in Africa. Zelensky is traveling all over the place. That's a guy who loves his country and is doing the best he can for his country. He needs South Africa, so he has some form of rapprochement with Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. What is Putin thinking about this friendship? In fact, the same day he was in South Africa, Putin was bombing Ukraine. It's like Putin said, come on, don't stay in South Africa. When I bomb your country, I'll force you to come back. You cut your trip short and go back home. So this is the sad part that we've seen. We've told you the dichotomy we see in Africa. The good leaders who are nationalists, who are patriotic, challenging those leaders who are colonialists, like William Ruto of Kenya. You've seen that William Ruto travels all the time, just like Bola Tinubu. He does not stay home. Why is he always traveling? He travels to one place, sees this colonial master, he sees the next colonial master, so he wastes all his time traveling. Is he doing anything good for his people? We don't think so, which is why the Kenyans are always protesting. Even the problem in the Congo, you would think that William Ruto will lend his support and do something positive. No, he only does the bidding of colonial masters. So this is really the sad tragedy of African politics. Finally, we are asking you, what should Africans do? We should continue following the likes of Ibrahim Traoré, right? Because so many of you tell me you are happy with Ibrahim Traoré. And I salute you for what you've been sharing. You've been sending me a lot of stories about the new developments in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. I appreciate that. Continue sending me stories about Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. I would express myself. I will share those stories with you guys. So continue commenting. Comment on what you like. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Bye-bye.
Do you need tax preparation services? We can help. Contact PJ Tax Service, America's only full-time income tax preparers. Like the good old doctor, we do not close our doors after April 15th. In fact, we stay open all year round in order to serve you. We are located at 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Make an appointment today with Prince Ojong, your tax expert. Call 240-350-1131 or visit us on the web at www.pjtaxservice.com.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.